No problem to anyone? So let's discuss the questions. Question number 1, quickly participate in the discussion. Raise your hands and come forward. Take initiative. Yes, Manya Manchanda, first question.
List the things of beauty mentioned in the poem. Everything of a nature is a thing of beauty. The things of beauty mentioned in the poem by the poet are the sun, the moon, the old and young trees, daffodils, the streams with clear water, musk roses, and these are the source of permanent joy.
Yes, very good. The things of beauty that are mentioned in the poem are sun, the moon, the old and the new trees, the daffodils, the clear rills, the musk roses that bloom among the thick forest, and the cool streams which provide cooling place to all human beings as well as animals. So these all the things of nature provide permanent pleasure. Yes, next question, Matthew beta.
Yes, ma'am. The things which cause suffering and pain are despondency, depression, unhealthy and wrong ways taken up by human beings to acquire their desires, goals. They go on wrong ways to fulfill their desires, and there is a need of noble souls on this earth.
Yes, very good. The things that cause pain and suffering are gloomy days, poor health, sickness, the scarcity of good people, and the difficult and unpleasant circumstances and the events in our life. They cause suffering and pain to the human nature. Yes, but our next question, Gurveer Kaur,
Yes, ma'am.
question number 3.
What does the line, therefore are we weathering a flowery band to bind us to earth, suggest to you? This suggests the idea that that a thing of beauty gives us security and pleasant experience. So we collect the things which are beautiful in our life so that we can bear the unpleasantness, the suffering and pain in our life.
Yes, this line suggests that man is linked to the earth. First, you must clear the meaning of this line. This line wants to say that we have link with the earth. We live on this earth due to all this. So simple meaning we can say that this line suggests that man is linked to the earth and the bounties of nature, or you can say the gifts of nature, give man much pleasure and uplift his spirits, thereby keeping him away from disappointments, depressions, and grief. So it is these memories which make his life satisfactory and comfortable. It is due to all these beautiful things of nature that we live on this earth. Otherwise, it will become difficult for the human beings to survive on this earth. These things bind us. We have a bond with the earth only due to these things. Clear? Next question. Aditi.
Yes, ma'am. What makes human beings love life in spite of troubles and sufferings? There
Yes.
are many troubles and sufferings in human life. In spite of them, we love life because there are many beautiful, enchanting things in the world. The objects of beauty remove the pall of gloom from our lives, and we begin to treat life as worth living.
Yes, very good. Human beings love life in spite of troubles and sufferings because of the beautiful things that they have been given by nature, the free gifts of nature that we have. Due to all those beautiful things, we love life. कि चाहे हमारी लाइफ में difficulties आती हैं, problems आती हैं, we are under worries and depressions, but still we love life. Nobody wants to die. दैट मीन्स वी ऑल लव लाइफ. हम रहना चाहते हैं इस दुनिया में. क्यों रहते हैं? बिकॉज वी आर एन्चांटेड बाय द ब्यूटी ऑफ दिस वर्ल्ड. These objects of beauty grow lovelier every day, never disappointing them as they do not die away or disappear, but help them overcome the pain and hardships of their life. ये सारी चीज़ें जो हैं ये हमें अपनी मुश्किलों से बाहर निकलने के लिए हिम्मत देती हैं, रास्ता देती हैं, और we feel inspired due to all these things, looking at all these things. So in spite of the troubles and sufferings, we human beings want to live this life. We love this life. Next question, Jasmine. Jasmine
Yes,
from
ma'am.
medical. Yes.
Why is grandeur associated with the mighty dead? In this poem, the grandeur means that magnificent, the gifts that should be given to the our mighty dead forefathers and ancestors, because they have never done any wrong deal or the wrong methods. They have not used wrong methods in their life. But the pleasure that we get from nature is much more than the pleasure that is due to the gift that are given to our mighty dead or forefathers.
Yes, very good, very good. Mighty dead refers to our ancestors or forefathers, or you can refer to the heroes, the great persons who had sacrificed their life for the beauty of this world or for the uh, safety of this world. Grandeur is associated with the mighty dead, as they are always remembered for their sacrifice, their achievements, for the great deeds. The stories of how they laid their lives, worked for the greater good of man, live on to inspire us. We get happiness out of this, imagining that they will be awarded, they will be appreciated on the doomsday, on the judgment day. But the pleasure that we get from the beautiful things of nature is much more than the pleasure that will be provided to us by the appreciation or by the magnificence award that will be received by our ancestors. That means the beautiful things of nature provide us more pleasure than that. Next question. Now I can see Pranav Ori. Pranav Ori, question number 6.
Yes, ma'am. And we experience things of beauty not only for short moments. These the beauty of nature lasts a long effect on our life, and whenever we are not in good mood, we remember those good memories and make our mood feel happy.
Yes, although we experience things of beauty for a short moment, कि आप कहीं जाते हो तो थोड़े टाइम के लिए आप उनको enjoy करते हो, but they remain forever in our memories. The experience leaves a lasting impression which inspires us to appreciate life and fill it with positivity and hope. Next question. Now I can see the next student, Gurpreet.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, next question, beta.
What image does the poet use to describe the beautiful bounty of the earth? The poet gives us an image of bounty of earth as a endless fountain of nectar. The nectar of joy continues to pour from the heaven into our hearts.
Yes, the objects of beauty mentioned by the poet are the sun, the moon, the old and young trees, the clear rills, the daffodils in the green fields, the musk roses. He has also compared the image of an endless fountain of immortal drink, that is, the nectar of life, which God gave to man, and to the sagas of the heroes who died for mankind. So, what the poet wants to refer here, that this is just like a nectar, the beautiful things of nature which provide us pleasure forever. It is an endless fountain which will never come to an end, and it is just like an immortal drink. Immortal drink means the drink of the gods, nectar, amrit jisko hum bolte hain. And this comes to us from heaven's side, that means from God. So we must enjoy the bounty of the earth. The beautiful bounty of the earth means the beautiful things of nature that we enjoy, and we must enjoy all these things to come out of the sadness or the depression of life. Now look at one note they have given in the box at the end of your poem. They say notice the consistency in rhyme scheme and line length. Also notice the balance in each sentence of the poem, as in of noble nature of gloomy days, of all the unhealthy and over darkened ways, made for our surrounding, yes, in spite of all. Now, the poet has tried to maintain the length of the line and the proper rhyme scheme also, days, ways, couplet lines, as I discussed yesterday. So these two lines are rhyming, and all the whole poem is in the form of couplet. That means having two lines rhyming. Yes, any doubt to anyone before I go for some extra questions? Any doubt to anyone? You can raise your hand if you have any doubt for the poem. Any student want to discuss any line or any phrase which is not clear? No hand raised. It means everything clear. Yes, Ashwinder Kaur. Ashwinder Kaur.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, beta. If we look at the lines, therefore, on every morrow, these are the lines of the first stanza, not from the beginning, but from ending of the first stanza coming to the link of the second stanza. Therefore, this is line number 6. Therefore, on every morrow are we reading a flowery band, spite of to bind us to earth, spite of despondence, of the inhuman dearth, of noble nature, of gloomy days, of all the unhealthy and over darkened ways made for our searching. What are the flowery bands that bind us to the earth? According to these lines, what are the flowery bands that bind us to earth? Yes, Ashwinder beta. Ashwinder Kaur.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What are the flowery bands that bind us to the earth? Not clear? Anyone who would like to answer? Mitali Jain?
Yes, ma'am. The
Yes.
flowery bands are the beauty of nature that attracts the human towards them.
Yes, the beautiful things present in the nature are like beautiful flowers that we wreath into a flowery band. जैसे अच्छे फूल हम collect करके उसकी एक माला बना लेते हैं, एक band बना लेते हैं. It is the same idea that is conveyed, which keeps us connected to the earth. And this flowery band is metaphorical of man's link to nature, which gives us immense joy and pleasure and removes sadness from our lives. Next question, according to these lines, what message do the above lines convey? What message do the above lines convey? Kanav Batra? Kanav Batra, would you like to answer? Kanav Batra?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What message do the above lines convey? क्या मैसेज है इन लाइंस में? What does the poet want to convey through these lines?
The poet wants to convey that. The poet wants to convey that the thing on this.
Yes. Yes, Aditi beta.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, these lines signifies that man endeavors to collect beautiful things in life as they help them to endure the unpleasantness that bind him to the world.
Yes, these lines convey that life is full of miseries and hardships, and though life has despondency, disappointments, yet things of beauty bring a glimmer of hope and joy which sustain us and help us to enjoy life. Yes, next, according to these lines, there is one word used, morrow. Yes, Drishti Bedi or Harshita Gandhi. Please unmute yourself. Drishti Bedi. What is morrow? Therefore, on every morrow. What do you mean by morrow here? Ashwinder Kaur, yes?
Ma'am, borrow here means a pleasant place in the shade under the trees.
No, it is on every morrow here refers to morning. It refers to morning. That means on every morning, we look at the beautiful things. When we get up, we look here and there and we see many beautiful things of nature. Next, what is inhuman in life? What is inhuman in life? Harshita Gandhi. Archie. Archie Dhawan. Please unmute yourself, beta. Harshita Gandhi. Archie. Yes, Matthew, beta.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. The inhuman refers here to the cruel persons and the persons who have lost humanity.
What is inhuman in life? Man often dwells cruel and inhuman intentions, causing pain and sufferings. It is unfortunate and saddening that there is a scarcity of good men in this world. We lack noble nature. We have sad days. Days are not gloomy, but human beings are sad. Human beings are gloomy because they have dark ways, ill ways, which are causing problem to their health. We are becoming unhealthy due to that. Clear? Yes. Now I'm closing it here. If you have any doubt regarding the poem, because we'll not be able to discuss more questions. If you have any doubt, you can ask the questions.